Welcome today to Animal FactJokes, where we're talking about the Great Emu War, Day 1. This was not a long war. There were only a few days in this battle, but they were really interesting. Now, come on with me. We're going to Australia. It's after World War I. Military veterans are returning home, and the government has promised 10 acres of land to every veteran that's come back from the war. Now, emus are a big problem. They come through and they eat the wheat that the farmers have been planting, and these farmers are mad. Let me tell you what, they actually called on the government and said, bring us machine guns and military support. We want to kill some birds. Like, whoa. Okay, I get it. They came back from the war. They knew how effective machine guns were. But that's where your mind goes? You go, let's bring in the military? Man, alright. So, get this. The Australia, they actually go ahead and declare war on the birds. Wow. The Ministry of Defense sends out Major Meredith and his crew, his soldiers out with machine guns and 10,000 rounds of ammo. Alright, so day 1 of the Great Emu War was a rain day. You heard me right. It rained on day 1, and the Australian military can't fight in the rain. They couldn't do anything. The first battle of the Great Emu War was rained out. I'm just playing. Look, the Australian military can fight in the rain. That's not an issue. The birds themselves, they were all scattered about here or there, onesies and twosies. It wouldn't really work out to have a big old, shootout. Whatever. There it is. Day 1 of the Great Emu War came to a close. Join us next time for Day 2 of the Great Emu War with Animal FactJokes here on YouTube. Subscribe and enjoy. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, this is Animal FactJokes with Day 2 of the Great Emu War, the second battle. And good news, it was not rained out. The Australian military was able to do some fighting today. Now, gird yourself, guys. Everybody here. This is a fun day. A lot of stuff happened. Alright, let's see. Major Meredith and his soldiers went out and they saw 50 emus clumped together eating somebody's wheat field. And those farmers were pissed. They came out, they saw the soldiers coming with the machine guns, and they were like, we got you! We got you! Over here! Over here! The farmers went out and they herded these emus together and brought them in close so the soldiers could come up with the machine guns. Let me tell you what. The machine guns jammed shortly after shooting. They only got 12 birds with these machine guns. Now let me tell you what, emus are fast. Fun fact, emus can run 32 miles per hour. Even more weird is they can turn 90 degrees on a dime and zigzag out of the area and scatter. Now, so they started shooting, and even though the farmers had herded them up, they scattered and were out. They only got 12 that day. Now, Major Meredith, he was pissed. He didn't want to go home. Only getting 12. Nah. He grabbed one of his machine gunners, he put him in the back of a farmer's truck, and he drove top speed down one of those country bumpy roads, and he chased those emus. Now, these emus were actually faster than the truck he was in. So they actually outdrove him. But, you know, Meredith, he had a good thing going. He actually hit one of the emus with his truck. The emu flipped up, came through the windshield, hit the driver, hit the passenger, everybody freaking out, and they crashed the truck in a ditch. Now, man, Major Meredith was pissed. You know what happened to that emu? He got up and he walked away. Oh my gosh! It says in the stories that Major Meredith was pissed for like 4 hours after that. Because look, he only got 12. And then the one that he even hit with his truck, this bird is only 130 pounds. It's not like hitting a deer. It's a lot less. It got up and walked away. Wow. And that brought an end to day 2 of the Great Emu War. Join us tomorrow as Animal Fact Jokes brings you day 3 of the Great Emu War. Subscribe and enjoy. Thank you very much. Hello everybody, this is Animal Fact Jokes with day 3 of the Great Emu War. Now, Major Meredith has, he's been pissed. Day 1 rained out. Day 2, he only got 12 birds. Alright, you know what? Major Meredith, he's a tactician. He's a strategist. He's like, alright, you know what? We're going to make a trap. We're going to ambush these birds as they're moving someplace. So he spots out himself a dam in the local area where he can set up a trap. He gets himself ready. He puts himself in. He gets ready. 1,000 emus are seen approaching him. They bring him in. They herd him in. And they open up. Again, you know what happened? The machine guns jammed. Guys, they got 12 birds again with their machine guns before they jammed up. Wow. And all 1,000 birds scattered and dipped out. Now let me tell you something cool about emus. Even Major Meredith was impressed with this fact. Emus can get shot a lot and still run off. Like it's said that an emu can take 12 bullets and not even be hurt. Major Meredith, he was so impressed that in an interview after the war, he said he wished Australian soldiers had the capacity to take bullets like emus did. Wow. Alright, so day 3 of the Great Emu War ended again with only 12 losses on the emu side and 1,000 escaped. Join us tomorrow for day 4 of the Great Emu War with Animal Fact Jokes. Thank you very much. Hello everybody, this is Animal Fact Jokes with day 4 of the Great Emu War, 1932. Major Meredith was called back, ordered a retreat because, honestly, he wasn't getting good results. He was actually being made fun of in the newspapers around Australia. It was becoming a very unpopular war to go fight the emus. So, he went home for a few days, or at least got recalled. 4 days later, the farmers still wanted to get rid of these emus, so they called the military to come back out. And Major Meredith was sent back out, but this time he was a bit more experienced. He knew how emus run, how they do, how they scatter, how they clump together. And you know, day 4 of the battle went really good. He actually saw a large group, and he was able to open fire into a large group of emus, and it's reported that he got a whole bunch, somewhere between 100 and 1,000 emus. A whole bunch. Very successful. He even understood what the captains of the emus were. That there is always a large, 6-foot-tall, black, feathered emu that looks super imposing out of every group. And he knows that's the captain. That's the one watching out. Well, day 4 goes real good. Day 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way for the next month. That his forces, his soldiers are actually getting about 100 emus a week. Every week for the rest of the war. It does great. But they run out of ammo. They only brought 10,000 rounds. And once they're out of ammo, they went home. They closed up and the Great Emu War was over. But to the embarrassment of Major Meredith, the emus won the war. Because after all, Major Meredith only took out maybe a couple thousand, maybe, emus. And there were still 20,000 more roaming the countryside. So, after all this, the emus had beat Australia. The emus had won. And that is the end and conclusion of the Great Emu War, 1932. This is Animal Fact Jokes. Subscribe and enjoy. Thank you very much.